Back, everybody. This is MRC, of course, on a Monday evening. We apologise on behalf of. Well, we've done this before. You know the score. We're both on part of EA Sports, Codemasters, the French Grand Prix, Formula One, Oracle, Red Bull, Ferrari, and all the other teams. We apologise for the major glitch at the start of the Tier 2 race. But we are back. We have got the grid set from qualifying, and now the drivers remembering to set their setups. That is vitally important. And, of course, their strategies for the race. It was brilliant sunshine, which we're still under here at the Circuit Paul Ricard in France. Fingers crossed we don't have any glitches this time out, and we can have a clean race heading into Tier 1, which may potentially be delayed a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes or so. We'll let you know by the end of the race, of course. Connor's still with me in the commentary box. I didn't let him go. I locked the door and threw away the key, and he's still stuck with me in the commentary box. Yeah, try harder.
Then he made me host the session. Then he made me set up the grid. It's a hard life, guys. Trust me.
I've got to crack the whip. I've got to, have some authority somewhere.
That's also true. But can we all just make sure we blame Baby Hornet for the glitch? It was all his fault. Send your hate messages to him.
He is definitely not going to be your friend, is he? After this. Let's have a look at the tyres. So actually, a little.
Already.
Probably.
Sorry, yeah. I've already had a DM after the quali.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, the two drivers last time were going to start on the soft tyres have changed their minds. They're now on the medium, Monster on the hard. Smith, Melvin, Eddie just on the hard tyres as well. Of course, now the drivers get all fresh sets of tyres now. So all of that, all of qualifying, saving tyres and thinking the long game kind of goes out the window now, and it's all more of a free-for-all.
Yeah. No, definitely. It changes the complexion of it a little bit now, because interestingly we've actually got more hard runners this time than we did last time. But yeah. I hope everyone's remembered to put their setups on, by the way, as well. That's another big thing. Yeah. Doris, also there is a track and it's meant to be driven on.
Yeah, just because it's the formation lap.
Driving on the blue stuff. So
it's still dusty offline. It's still not ideal. Not something you want. Good evening, Mandy. Good evening, everybody who's tuned straight back in. Don't forget to hit the big thumbs up button. It wasn't our fault, unfortunately, the Codemasters glitch. But hopefully, fingers crossed, drivers can park the cars in their proper grid slots, and we don't get a safety car as soon as the lights go green. Remember when we had the red flag glitch? We used to have it quite a lot, where literally it would go green and red flag straight away as soon as the green flag. That was
literally what happened there, but with safety car instead.
Yeah.
But no, I
mean that was
the red
great
flag
fun.
There was one time I let it go because I was like, oh, we've actually seen a red flag. Nice.
It used to confuse us. That red flag for something. Okay, maybe there was a lot of jump starts and then a collision. We don't know, and then we went again. It messed up people's strategies because it made you go on a tyre for like a lap or two and then pit on the strategy and do like a two-stop. And then I think we let it go and it did it again. Yeah, it was... Yeah, we just turned it off. I don't know if any leagues run red flags, actually. I mean, I like the fact that they brought it in as a concept for the game, but I think for league racing online, it just hasn't quite worked. I don't know about any other leagues out there, of course, but... Yeah,
I'll tell you what, on behalf of the whole F1 community, Codemasters, please don't bring any more new features until you've sorted yourselves out. Thank you.
Exactly, yes. Please get this one right first. Oh, Sam Flanagan again. Unfortunately,
if anyone else misses it, you're getting kicked. I promise you. I can assure you.
Yep.
Everyone else seems pretty good.
At the minute, it is. And we're looking down the grid this time. We were looking up towards the start, but now we're looking back as Eddie, Dust, and Melvin at their grid slots, and we're letting the timing system sort itself out first, which it didn't do before, so that's good news that it sorts itself out first before we start getting the lights. Have we got any lights yet? We got zero lights, but we're off.
We're racing.
We are racing. Horseman again got a fantastic start from Samflan, who's on the inside. He's got Doris alongside into turn one. Is Doris trying to go around the outside of turn one? He is, and Samflan's gone from first to third. And a lot of cars with Fox River, Womack side by side outside of turn two. And we've got Baby Hornet and Fanning side by side as well. And look at that, that's a Williams of Simba, breaks himself. As a collision with Baby Hornet, we've got a yellow flag in sector one. That's Melvin, I think, has had an issue further down, but we're racing. We're still green. A little bit further back, we've got, there it is, Fanning and Baby Hornet. After Simba got a little bit twitchy and slid on, and unfortunately had a little bit of a collision and contact. Hopefully no damage to either car. But Samflan, unfortunately, poor start from him from pole position. Osman and Doris got through in the first couple of corners. There's a yellow flag in sector 2, but gone green again. Krusty T has got past his teammate at the start as well. Good start from him. Monster's the only driver, funny enough, now E17, that have held position. But look at this, E17, Monster and Scottish Ninja 3 abreast.
Not side by side through there, please. Oh my goodness.
Oh, and both asses. It's the Hasses have gone straight on. And that's the big collision with Scottish Ninja. He was. I don't think anyone could do anything with that for Krusty T, unfortunately. Krusty T, that's so unlucky. But we'll go back to the lead. I think Scottish Ninja was side by side with Monster, and there was not. Luckily, there's nothing come of it. Osman then leads to lap 1 from Doris Samflat and his teammate Womax further back, a second behind with Fox River on his tail. No DRS for one more lap. What have you seen?
Fanning's just passed Baby Hornet for P7, so Fanning's on a charge. I tell you what, my heart was in my mouth for that moment at the start between Simba and Baby Hornet when those two sort of wheel bagged. I thought that was going to be worse.
Yeah, I'm not used to seeing Simba in a Williams, and I just completely lost the fact it was Simba.
Yeah, I was wondering who it was. I was like, who is that?
I was as well, and and I think I noticed this as well. I was really struggling with the rear to start with on Friday. Literally into that first sector, I was drifting into the corners. There's a few drivers gone a little bit wide at the end of the Mistral Straight. Samflan had to back out. It was right up the back of Doris, back on a charge. The drop in Womack's just a little bit. But he's got 0.8 of a second to Fox, who's got Simba right up his trumpet. Look at Simba on an absolute flyer at the moment. Don't forget, most of these drivers on the same compound tyres as well, so it's going to be interesting of kind of that they've got in them to how they can heat them and the grip that it's giving them as well. Simba's having a look at the inside. Fox went wide. There's a little bit of a kiss, but that's okay. Simba's there. He's using his overtake button to try to pull alongside into the second last corner. Where is that Ferrari? There it is. Is he going to try into the last corner? He's not. Simba, what a great move. It goes wide and gets him back.
Big twitch.
Wow. And that was maybe Horner gone sideways as well. And he's got Fanning alongside. This is going to be tight. Simba. God.
3 wide.
Oh my goodness. Fanning's backed out of it sensibly. He is a very, very patient, very clever, smart driver. Fanning. Really enjoy battling him for many, many seasons, and he just played the long game with that one. Of course,
yeah,
3 long.
Baby Hornet.
Yeah.
Sting as well, so.
He is. But all that battling has allowed Womax just to escape a little bit that gap. Now 1.5 seconds. DRS is now enabled on this lap. Now what can Simba do? You heard the beep. There's the rear wing open on the Williams. He's closing. Fox doesn't defend, makes him go to the inside line. Simba the inside line, takes a bit of the inside curve. Cannot settle the car, but okay on the Williams. And gets the move done. Fanning and Baby Hornet again. Close proximity.
Yeah,
I'm out of breath already. It's only lap 3.
These guys need to calm down a little bit, because the thing is, Womax is getting a bit detached from the front 3. Those front 3 are oh so close to each other, by the way. But really then you've got Womax, who's a bit of an outlier. How quickly can Simba get onto the back of them and potentially drag Fox, Fanning and Baby Hornet with him as well? So let's see, yellow flag. I think that's Melbourne again.
It is. Krusty T, unfortunately, not having a good race from that. He's now in 20th. Two McLarens fighting further down the order as well. He just starting at the back has had a great start. Monsters had to pit early. I don't know if he had damage from a collision. Hopefully not. But Hoseman, this gap has really come down, hasn't it? But I tell you what, Doris got a bit wide. He's gone very wide outside of turn 2. Where is Sanflan? There he is.
Yeah, that was almost. I'd be very surprised if you didn't get a warning for that, Doris, because you usually do if you go off there. But I tell you what, Fox is now coming back at Simba.
Yeah. And Wumax has closed the gap to those three as well, which you mentioned. And Simba's kind of dropped off a little bit. He had that gap to just over a second, and he's maybe had a moment somewhere or had to defend. And it's cost him quite a bit of time. But these three, both were quite quick in a straight line. He didn't lose a huge amount of time to Doris and Sanflan behind him.
Yeah, for sure. But I tell you what, this battle is starting to heat up because now Fox has got the run on Simba down to the fast right-hander. He's gone for the inside. There's a bit of contact between the two, which is going to leave Fanning potentially with a chance, but it's not.
Yep, you got to get the run to try to make a move. Did he make a move into the long right? He doesn't. He tried to go to the outside and sweep back in. Simba's just positioning his car right on the apex. Melvin, the 3-second penalty. The first, he looks like he's pitted. He's got 20 seconds further back, so he could have pitted. Mons has got through.
Yeah, he has. The issue is this is costing Simba now to try and get on the back of Wumax.
Yep. Wumax will just be hoping they fight, and he'll see the fight up ahead as well.
He will, and here comes Doris. He might be having a look into turn 1. No, he's not quite going to be close. Melvin's out.
Melvin's out. We've got a safety car.
Safety car.
Yep. Not a good return for Melvin, unfortunately. So that just completely nullifies it. I think a lot. I have a feeling Simba, Fox, Fanning, and Baby Hornet, I'll just be able to breathe a sigh of relief a little bit and actually, well, just breathe in general.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, that battle was it. Those guys are going to definitely, because they were all. Ninja's
grand.
Out. What has happened to Ninja under the safety car?
I'm not sure. Oh, he's hit the safety car. He hit the safety car.
Oh
no, it obviously pulled over and stopped. Oh, grand. That is heartbreak. Absolute heartbreak. Oh.
Honestly, he is one man that gets zero luck, is Grant.
He does, really doesn't he? I feel for him so much. Really feel for him, because that is so unlucky.
Yeah. But I tell you what, it could be interesting to see if anyone tries a wild little, 20-lap stint on a set of hards here.
I was just thinking that, actually. We've got most of the drivers on mediums. I mean, Monster's pitted again. Let's have a quick look. He's gone set of hards. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, this one.
I wonder if because I'll be interested to see who goes for what here.
Yeah. It is going to be an interesting one. See if any of the leaders pit.
Yeah.
Well, Husband doesn't. Doris does. Doris has decided.
Yeah. I had a feeling he's the one that always sort of goes for the risky.
Fox got the speeding. Well. Fox got a speeding in the pit lane.
Oh, that's a huge shame. But he might. You never know. He might get a chance to take it off towards the end at some point or something. But we will see. But he is on the hard tyre. A
lot of drivers pitting.
Though, this could cost Hoseman, Simba, Sanflan an awful lot. Well, Fanning and Baby Hornet as well. But that 5 seconds for Fox is going to hurt him a lot.
Yeah, it is. It is. But I wonder. I mean, will they go 21 laps, the hards? I'm not sure. If you kind, they might.
Yeah.
But then would you... Well, you've got a lot of 3 sets of soft tyres. Would you then throw in a set of softs potentially towards the end? If there's a late safety car, they'll go... they'll probably go about 6-7 laps. They will go a little bit longer, potentially. So that's... could be something, potentially, to roll the dice.
But either way, the way them guys got to look at it is they're going to have track position come the end of this race, because obviously the guys in front of them are going to have to pit. It just depends how close they can stay to the rest of the pack so that they can get as big a gap as possible when they all do pit.
Yeah, and it's going to be how much heat can they get in the tyres behind the safety car and keep in them as well. I mean, the conditions are sun, so it's going to be warmer. In MR6 it did get cloudy, which was horrible, I'm not going to lie, because I felt it on the hard tyres. When it got cloudy, you could feel sort of the grip level overall just drop when it gets cooler. So if it stays like this, it will help those hard tyres get the heat in them. But it depends also how much the front runners back up the pack when the safety car decides to go in.
Yeah, 100%. But it'll be interesting to see how this plays out now, because again, it also depends on how long this safety car is going to stay out for. The McLaren is going to catch the pack, but not in time, so it's going to have one more lap, which is going to leave them with 20 racing laps to the end. So we'll see where this goes from here, really. But Baby Hornet, Simba, Samflan, Hoseman, they're all going to be wanting to build as big a gap as possible from this restart, that is for sure. Because they'll have the heat in their mediums.
Yeah, exactly that. They're going to hope that they can take them that bit longer. I mean, we saw one of the strategies, of course, could be to use the mediums and go to the softs later on in the race, and that's going to be an interesting one. That I'm sure might play on their minds if they've got decent tyre wear. I know Simba's quite good usually, from being his teammate for a few seasons. So that could be an interesting one if they can keep the tyres alive.
Yeah, Simba's always been strong. Fanning's also a very good driver on his tyres.
Yes, he has. Yeah, very, very true. He has.
Baby Hornet usually can't keep it on the track, so he's what we're talking about. Then you've got Hoseman, who's just very, very good, and Samflan obviously is a bit of an unknown, so it'll be interesting to see how he gets on in this position.
Yeah, he's one I'm really keeping my eye on a little bit more. And welcome all 15. Please hit the like button as always. I know we're under safety car conditions, which is not ideal when you're just joining. But please do hit the like button and give us a follow if you haven't already. I think my stream's fine. I thought my stream went a bit fuzzy then. But no,
it's all good.
Yeah, all good. Safety car now is in this lap. So Hoseman is now the de facto safety car. How much heat has he already got in those worn medium tyres? How much is he going to need to weave and accelerate and brake? What about the drivers on the fresh hard tyres behind him? What about Eddie Dust on those 6-lap-old hard tyres? There's a lot of unknown questions now.
There's going to be strong words coming from the guys on the hard tyres. If he takes this too slow, they're going to be really angry because they need to get as much heat as they can.
Yeah,
I'll be hoping
definitely.
he goes quite quickly, but...
Yeah, he's normally pretty good, isn't he? Very sensible, but the safety car is now in the pits. So it depends on when he decides to go. That is going to be a big question. With a lot of weaving, trying to get any bit of heat into the front tyres to get that grip when he does decide to go. And he's gone early. He's gone before the second last corner. Really caught Samflan napping, which also caught Simba napping as well further back. And he's gone... What? That was very clever.
Yeah, that was a shit. He caught me napping. That's how bad it was. But,
luckily, I'd just gone on board with him before he went. And I'm glad we did. But yeah, already it's nearly a second gap to Samflan Simba as well. Another second back. Behind Fanning and Baby Hornet as well. But now we go racing.
Those side by side, Wimax, Doris, and Fire J. Fire J's in the wall.
Oh no! Where is it? Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah, there was contact between, I think it was Doris and Fire J. Fire J lost it and went into a wall. This is an opportunity for Fox to get that 5 seconds off, though.
It is, yeah, another safety car. Straight back out. So it's going to be interesting. Looking at the way that Hoseman's going now, he may not have a delta because, well, we know what the game's like with deltas and no deltas. It's going to be interesting now. Would this potentially... I know he's going to lose most of the positions now, but those people who didn't pit... potentially to pit for hards?
The issue is they're still good. Let's put it this way. If Hoseman pits now, he's coming out in last.
Yeah,
so he's still lost out quite considerably, but they will have fresher tyres. So it's one of them. I think you're going to see Fox in surely because he'll want to get rid of that 5 seconds. It will neutralise him. But what tyre can he take to the end? Because obviously he's got 2 laps on those hards now.
But the thing is, the safety car laps, so they might only have 1 or 2%. Hosman's going decent pace, and he is pitting.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Sam Flans followed him in. Simba decided to stay out. Fanning's gone in. Hornet's gone in as well. He's 17. Well, that was a late one. I'm surprised we didn't get a warning for that one. Eddie Duster stayed out. He's on the hard, so understandable. So let's have a look at the tyres now that these guys are going to put on.
In. Fox is getting rid of the 5 seconds. I think that's sensible from him.
It is, I think you're right, actually. And because we usually have 2 laps behind, he could potentially pit again. Yes, he might lose a little bit more time.
He's got another set of hards as well. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, no, good spot, fantastic spot. Yeah, so if he went for the harder compound for the race, that's perfect for him.
Yeah, so that's actually worked out really well, because basically he was on the mediums at the start, so he must have picked a weird tyre set, though, to have 2 sets of hards in the race, but...
Well, to be fair, you don't need balance, you don't need 3 sets of softs. And for these instances, having that extra set of hard tyres could potentially really help him. Fanning's gone for the soft tyres. He's going to have to pit again. But you have to say, Hosman and the rest, 17 laps probably of racing, they'll do that. I think the 20 that we had before when we were talking, obviously, in the last safety car was a little bit much.
Yeah.
But I think about the 17 should be all right for those guys now, if we have a clean race through. It's Simba now is going to be at the biggest disadvantage, but if he only takes 1 or 2% out of his tyres on the laps behind the safety car, rather than double that potentially in race trim, he could potentially use a set of softs later on.
Yeah, 100%. I think this is now interesting as well, because virtually the whole field now are equal, apart from Fanning, who's surprisingly gone for soft tyres.
Yeah,
but
he did that, yeah.
Obviously, Simba and Eddie Duster are a bit out of sync because they've both not pitted. But now it's very interesting, because I tell you what though, this has brought Krusty T right back in the mix.
It has, which is great news, because it didn't go well for him at the start, did it? And he's pitted. He has put the hards on early on when he had to pit, but yeah, this could work for him if he could take them a bit longer and has a set of softs late on as well. This could really work.
Yeah, it's also great to see Martin back at the points at his favourite track. So he's going to be loving it.
He certainly is.
He's going to go from a hater to a lover today, I'm sure.
Yeah. New Year's resolutions. We're spreading love, not hate. Unless it's you and Baby Hornet, then it's a different matter.
No, but we love to hate each other, that's the difference. So, it's sort of love at least, but,
Yeah, it's one of those strange from the outside, but when you're in it, it's fine.
It's fine, he's back to about his normal position now anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah, he is. This is not going to end well, is it?
No, I hope he doesn't watch it back, otherwise I'm in trouble.
Yeah, just buy him his normal roses and some flowers and chocolates.
No, he's a lot cheaper than that, trust me. I know what to do for him.
Like I said, he's in your garden with a balaclava and a length of wire. That's dark! Wow! Even for Martin, that's dark.
Wait, is it because I said it's his favourite track, or is that Simon doing that? I'm not
sure.
That's
definitely Martin.
I said I'm in Connor's back garden. I can't wait. That sounds quite
Well, it's a different meaning to up your chuff.
It sounds like a good time if you ask me, but
Yeah. Well, I thought you lived in a flat. I don't even know you don't even have a garden, do you?
No, it's not a flat. Don't worry. I do have a garden, can confirm. But oh god, there is a freaky looking man outside. He should be racing though, but. Oh no, let's come away from this conversation before it gets
In fairness,
crazy.
We're back in MRC. I'm back, but it gets where the conversation goes weird. We just
when you've
talk
got balaclavas, wires, and chuffs, that's when you know me and Mark are on together. But,
on the good news for everybody watching live and on repeat, with the safety car is going in this lap.
Please leave a like and don't click off. That's what we say.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, please. And please don't report us.
All that.
So Simba now is the man who is going to lead us away. Eddie Dust, the two that didn't pit, how are they going to fare with the fresher tagged guys behind? But when does Simba go? Does he go as early as Hoseman did? Or is he going to wait to the last possible second outside potentially the final corner as he backs the pack up, get that little, try to keep a bit of heat. He goes halfway on the second last corner. Interesting strategy, but it locks up a little bit, doesn't get the apex. How does Eddie Dust fare on the exit? But I'll tell you what, Simba got a good exit, fantastic exit.
He got an amazing exit, he's a rocket ship.
Wow. But Doris got a fantastic exit as well behind Eddie Dust, and now we've got a green flag. He doesn't get the chance into turn one, but single track and Haggerboy did. And look at single track on the outside of Haggerboy to turn one. What a move from single track. He did this on Friday. We had the safety car restart next, and he got a rocket start. And he's done it again, up into seventh behind his teammate.
Yeah, next up, I was about to say, next up is the Pierre Gasly to his Esteban Ocon. So this is going to get feisty.
Certainly is. Horseman hasn't been able to get past Monster just yet. But Doris, no DRS, of course, for next two laps. But look at this. We've got Doris. Is he going to have a look at Eddie Dust? He's thinking about it. Trying to weave just to make Eddie think twice. I don't know if that's a little bit of lag going on, or it's just understeer on the tyres of the hard tyres of Eddie Dust. That R1, don't forget as well, going to take a bit of time to warm up. But Doris's are a bit fresher, and he's going to have just that edge. Womack's still looking interested. Rob Smith dropped off the back. Hoseman now finally has got back. Got through.
What a move.
Wow, that was
Hoseman.
Oh, yeah. Doris. Having a look. Eddie Dust has gone wide. Doris is trying to go and get the switchback. Samfly as well. Monster's falling away. Unfortunately, Fanning now past him. That's important as well for Fanning in his battle, his long battle with, what's happened? I think that might be E17 it was that's gone round, but that easy place to go around as well. But he's still going. Doris side by side with Eddie Dust, but he's on the outside, not using all of his ERS. It's very difficult, don't forget, to charge. There's not a lot of heavy braking zones on this track to recharge the ERS, but manages Eddie to keep ahead. Womack's right on the back now as well with these guys fighting, but they've still kind of closed up on Simba, so those mediums, I've mentioned this, well, to be fair, I think Doris tried to go around the outside and there wasn't room, but that's allowed. Wow, look at this, it's allowed. Womack's, he's trying to go around the outside as well onto the Minster Straight. Excuse me, and Bits there as well.
Yeah, these two have a right ding dong. I tell you what, Martin's just passed his teammate as well.
He has, further back, and the husband's got past Haggerboy as well. And now Custy, now Tetley's is trying to get back through him, unless you're a Yorkshire team man. Womack's, I think he got a bad one, I'm not sure. No, he just takes a different line, but look at this, the top three, nose to tail through the fastest part of the track. I'm sure there might have been a little nudge from Doris, and he's got through on the inside of Eddie Dust. What a move that was. And now he's trying to look at the inside of Simba. That's very brave. That wasn't really... there's collisions. Doris has had to back out. I don't really think there was an opportunity to go through there on Simba. That gap was always going to close. Luckily, I think they got away with it. I hope they did. Doris lives to fight another day. Look at this. Womack's on Eddie Dust. The fresher tyres really pain. Look at the traction that he got there. Womack's. Wow. And this is going to be really scary now. DRS enabled now once again.
The man on the charge is Fox, by the way. He's gone from last all the way up to 13th since the restart. He's on a charge.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on him. But Rob Smith dropped off the back of Single Track, who, because these guys are sort of guessing each other's brake zones and slowing up, Single Track had a bit of fresh. He could pick fresh air, could pick his braking point, and he is now joining, and he's involved as well. But now we've got the DRS, and there it is on the Mercedes. Doris closing on the back of Simba. That was as easy as it's going to be. Luckily, no contact this time. What could Womack do in response? Can't do anything, unfortunately, for him on all status quo. But Doris Got that. Oh, and look at the tyres. The tyres are gone, I think, on Simba's car. The rear just didn't get any grip out of turn 9 at all. Didn't get any drive.
Yeah, no, it definitely didn't look that way. But I tell you what, Baby Hornet, Fox, both of them carbon their way through the field.
Whoa, Max! Whoa, Max! Oh! Side by side with Simba. Simba's still there on the inside line. Womack, there's still space. Ooh, just about. Simba gets him back. He's trying to go on the outside. Womack's trying to push his way through a little bit and going on the outside. Look at that. That's Eddie Dust is still interested. There's Carl as well trying to take the tail out, get a switch back on Eddie Dust. This is all going meant. Oh, come on. There's
close, and then there's this.
Exactly, Womack's out with the DRS. Easy move for him on to Simba. But look at this, Eddie Dust on the inside. There's contact as well. Oh, they've done the contact. Simba's round. And so did Eddie Dust. No. And somehow, after all that, Husband's in third. Look at that. That's Fanning through on pit. Single track's in there as well. Husband's through into third. Single track now in fourth. Single track I'll have to see if Single track gets the DRS as well off the back of Horsman, otherwise he's going to be run, but he did, and what a drive he got as well onto the Mistral straight. Wow, to defend from Fanning. This is crazy.
Yeah. I tell you what though, Baby Hornet's looking racy. He's right on the back of Rob Smith currently. So that's an interesting one to watch out for. He's having a little look. He's not going to be close enough this time. Mark is just recovering. He's somewhere dying in a corner, but he will be back.
I'm just having a drink. I've killed myself. That is just ridiculous racing. Unfortunately, with Simba and Eddie Dust, that it was the front end of Simba connected with Eddie Dust, kind of didn't go wide enough, and of course, through turn 2, the understeer that you do get. I'd say more, I don't know, 50-50 from the long distance that we had. We may see different from the driver's perspective, of course. But yeah, the front wheel to the back wheel of Eddie Dust, it never ends well, unfortunately, for that. And Haggerboy is now pitted from, I think he was in 9th, but so that's allowed Fox to get up into 9th now. Monster in 10th, defending from Smith.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, Fanning still has to pit again, though, because he's not going to get to the end on those soft tyres, so...
Yeah, I forgot he was on the soft.
Yeah, he's going to need a late safety car, that is for sure.
Yeah.
Doris is starting to check out a little bit here. I tell you what, though, this is going to do damage to Fox in the championship.
It is currently in 9th on 2 points, but he's kind of in... I use the term free air. He's far enough back to not really get too much dirty air from Baby Hornet, but Smith as well, 2 seconds further up. Speaking of Baby Hornet, got the DRS and passed Rob Smith.
Okay, I think his brother's driving for him now. He doesn't usually do this well.
Credit where credit's due. I'm going to
go. That's against my like.
Tell you what, Horseman is on the back of Womax, and what a move into...
Wow!
Wow! What a move. Just Womax played it safe. Horsman certainly did not. Sander back up into second. There's 2-second gap, but Womax was flashing. He was a lot more of his ERS than Womax had. So, and Single Track still got to defend from Fanning and Carl as well. But I think Fanning and Carl are usually in a large party together, so they'll know what each other's doing.
Probably be deaf at this point as well. But
more than likely.
Yeah, especially with Ryan in the background. But
if he's there, I think Ryan's away. I'm not sure what Ryan's doing.
Oh yeah, good point. That is also true. But
there's
still some insane battles here. He has pitted.
Oh,
yeah,
Simon, 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, that one's going to hurt him, I think.
I think you're right. Yeah, especially if we do get that late safety car.
Yeah, for sure.
But Horseman, that gap was 2 seconds. It's now less than a second. Ooh, runs wide. That's going to be a warning because it was just over the white line. Does he have the DRS? He actually has the DRS as well.
He's taken a second in 1 lap. That's, well, not even a lap, about half a lap.
Yeah.
That is
and he's just
unreal.
Getting 3 tenths. We saw there, that camera angle's fantastic. So Doris just clipped the inside curb, but it does unsettle the car if you don't you either jump straight over it, which we saw Single Track do in qualifying, or you clip it, and it can unsettle the car a lot as you kind of half sort of lightly brake. Holzman took a slightly wider line, and the car seemed a lot more settled than Doris, and he lost 3/10 just because of that. Well, that was like 2 inches difference. And I know there's going to be some euphemisms coming from that as soon as I said it.
Yeah.
Apparently 2 inches makes a difference, but hey ho.
I was going to say, I'm not going to say anything.
I've said nothing on that one. But look at
Here
this.
comes Holzman.
He is, and he's got the DRS, and that. Wow. He's so fast in a straight line. The car looks planted as well, and it. Oh! I said that on both of them!
Yeah.
Wow, outside of turn 2.
Wow.
I think Doris kind of had a slide as well in sympathy.
I was going to say, it was very in sync, almost scarily.
Yeah, I wonder if he kind of thought maybe Holzman. I mean, great, fantastic control from Holzman. Can't deny that. What a save, what a catch that was. Had a bigger moment there, and I think just Doris panicked and thought, oh no, this car's going to spin and potentially I'm going to hit it, and just backed off, and that's what caused him to have that little moment. But look at this single track. Is he defending his fanning close enough? He's closing, but not close enough. Single track seems quite quick in a straight line. He closed a few tenths there on fanning. Baby Hornet, wow, what a man on a mission. Is car going to try and fight back? He tried to get the switch, but no, Baby Hornet has spun round on the exit, turn 9. Oh no, Simon, we're going to cut away from that. Oh, I think, and oh, look at this. That's fanning on the back of single track. I think there's a contact as well. There is. I think there was room, but it's just the line that both drivers just tried to take, and you're ever trying to slow down as well in that corner. But wow, Fanning obviously got a great drive outside of turn 9 through turn 10.
Yeah, he did. Those soft tyres are
Fanning,
still working him, which is
he's gone what? Yeah, he's
surprising.
now decided to pit. It doesn't look like he's got wing damage, luckily. Fingers crossed he doesn't. 10 more laps, well, 11 laps to go. Can we just have a few quiet laps, please?
Yeah,
Samflan up into 9th, well, 8th now after Fanning's pit, so a good recovery drive. Of course, from Samflan, our pole sitter early on didn't really go his way. Rob Smith on the defence into turn 1. Managed to keep it tight. Nothing that Samflan can do. We've kind of... Oh, it was at the background. That was Smith had a spin outside of turn 2. Again, another very easy spot to do it.
Yeah. Oh, he's gone again. He's overheated his tyres.
Oh, no, we'll cut back. Hey, Morse's just set the fastest lap of the race. He's on a set of mediums. And Single Track's had a moment somewhere as well on the missed or straight, and Bits got through. Single Track's had, I think, maybe half a spin. Because Womack's and Bit are through.
Sure. I'll tell you what, Fox is now closing on Single Track, so that's going to be an interesting battle to watch out for, because those two will get their elbows out. We know that for sure, so let's see how that one ends. But
we did. But I'm just looking at the tyres now. Holzman, 3 laps fresher hard tyres than Doris, Womack's, Carl and Single Track. Fox as well, 9 laps on his hard tyres. Rob Smith 12, Samflan 9, Krusty, well technically T, I can't call him Krusty. Unless we call him Krusty the Clown, like you said.
He is Krusty the Clown. He's
I like that.
Forever.
But he's, well, hopefully he's laughing because he's in the points. He's done 16 laps on the hard tyres. Eddie Dust done 17. We saw Eddie Dust in second and he's gone backwards, unfortunately. So, not really working out for him. It's going to be interesting. When are these drivers going to pit? Look, a Single Track, the understeer into the final corner. Couldn't get the car stopped and turned. And that's allowed Fox up the back of him with Rob Smith and Samflan in close company as well. So this is going to be an interesting one. Holzman's got past Doris and hasn't really checked out. Only 1.5 seconds as well.
Yeah, I think Fox is trying to protect himself a little bit here from Samflan. He's trying to get within the DRS of Single Track, but also give Rob Smith the DRS behind so that Samflan can't get past him. It almost looks tactical from Fox.
Yeah, I don't know what the connection is with Rob Smith. You'll know potentially more than me.
No, they haven't. But I think it's more he's just trying to protect himself from Samflan, and the best way to do that is by giving Rob Smith the...
Yeah, but Samflan seemed to have a better exit on the Mistral straight. Samflan, but Rob's got the DR. He's using a little bit of his DRS, just trying things of it. Oh, Rob Smith's completely missed his braking! Oh no, Rob! Where are you? Oh, there he is. I hope he doesn't get a penalty because the game can be cruel with that. Fingers crossed he's back on track. Yes, and he didn't get a penalty. Thank goodness for that.
He did very, very well not to go to the back of Fox then. That was so close.
Riding on board with Sanflan, that was scary moment through there. I bet he had a heart in his mouth.
My heart went into my mouth then. I was like, oh my goodness.
Wow, really did. And I think the credit as well to Rob when he did make that mistake, that he slowed down enough that the game doesn't go 5 or 10 seconds straight away for what they would class as corner cutting. So, yeah, hats off to him for doing that as well when he made the mistake, because you can just get kind of hot-headed and a bit blind from it and just don't want to lose time and you just go straight through it. Eddie Dust has finally pitted 18 laps on those hard tyres. Brings Simon back into the points, but that little moment's helped single track just outside now as Fox of the DRS, closing a little bit down the straight. Gaps at the front stabilised. Womack's 3.8 back, Carl sort of on his own, 3.3, and then 2.5 seconds to single track as well. But single track's got a very stable setup. I know this because, well, we couldn't leave each other alone in X on Friday. It was just a constant battle. But here's Sanflan on. Fox has got the DRS, and that was easily done from Sanflan. Same age tyres as well, so this is going to be one to keep our eyes on. Get rid of those tyre strategies now. Simba's on.
Fox could use that to his advantage though, to get to single track. Of course, these guys could work together, kind of thing. But we'll see.
Yeah, if they make the overtakes like that with the DRS, it does help drag you along a little bit, doesn't it? 3 seconds for Monster now. Baby Horn's got 3 and Smith as well have got 3. So drivers so far, full credit. Only 3 penalties. I know, of course, you mentioned Fox had the 5-second penalty that he got rid of in the second safety car and really helped him back now into 7th place. Those gaps in the front just open. He is, isn't he? Well. Yeah, he's up in 4th, yeah. He is. That gap with single tracks stable at 2.5. That gap with Sanflan 1.1. So, but I mean, Fox in the last sector trying to follow it, you get a lot of the dirty air because you're in a 3rd, 4th gear corners. It's very, very difficult to follow a car through there. And the gap's just stabling at the front. These are the closest battles that we have on track. Monster and B17, Simba as well on his recovery in 14th from that collision with Eddie Dust that we saw earlier in the race.
Yeah, 100%. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out now between the main battle on track now is for 5th place.
It is at the moment, and Sanflan has got the DRS on the back of single track, which help him defend from Fox, who does have the DRS as well. So this is just really going to be who can look after the tyres. They've got 3 laps fresher tyres than single track, and I wonder, is everyone going to try to take them to the end now? Got 6 more laps.
Yeah, and I think they will do now.
I mean, you're going to lose more than 20 seconds, and that would, I mean, if Hosman Baby Hornet Fanning territory in 10th and 11th, and that says a lot about the gaps. That there are a few larger gaps, don't get me wrong, but they're still quite close. There's only a few seconds between everybody.
Yeah, there really is. I mean, Hosman is, what a drive from him, by the way. Like, to close that down as quickly as he did, incredible. But, I mean, even Bick could come back for a podium here, for example. And,
yep.
You know, he seems to be slowly but surely chipping away at Womack's a little bit here, so...
Yeah, and the gap of single tracks, you know, is stable, but single tracks now going to have his rearview mirror full of the Alpha Tauri and the Ferrari of Fox as well. Tetley Teabag is currently closing on the back of Rob Smith, right up the back of him as well. So that's 4 points in the outer reaches of the top 10, 8th and 9th. Baby Hornet on his own a little bit, but he's going to have Fanning for company very, very soon. The kind of after the safety car, you know, Fanning had to, obviously he was on the softs, had to pit again. Hornet had, just haven't got through the pack like Hosman did, and Doris as well, unfortunately for them, and they've kind of almost got stuck. But I think Hornet's made a mistake because Fanning was over a second, and now he's really, really not, and Fanning has made the move down the Mistral straight, and I think Hornet just got it was a little bit difficult, but Fanning has pitted, he's got a lot fresher tyres, and now Fanning now into the points. as well. Fox
In
has
other
dropped off the
news,
back of Sanflan.
yeah, Hoseman's just gone off track at the end of the DRS straight at turn 8. He just completely cut it about while you was on with Hornet. He just went off, and there was a yellow flag there. But he seems to have just about kept the gap how it was, so...
Yeah, 2.6, 2.5 seconds, so I don't know if he gained from it or not, but again, he managed to slow down enough as well.
Yeah. But the gap stayed pretty much the same. I think he gave at least a little, about 0.3 of a second back to Doris as well, just to make sure he didn't gain. So, good sportsmanship from Hoseman.
Yeah, very smart from him. We're just keeping on this battle for 5th, because this is the closest main battle. We've got Tetley, of course, still on the back of Rob Smith. Fanning closed them down so quickly as well. The fresher medium tyres for Fanning, a lot more grip. As I mentioned earlier on, the lighter car, now the fuel's burnt off. And this is now going to help Fanning potentially get a few more points, potentially 8th on the cards for him, but Sanflan a lot closer this time round to the back of Single Track. Is he close enough down the Miso straight? Not quite this time round, Single Track. Oh, a little bit of understeer on the way into turn 8, takes a lot of curb on the entrance, and that's that curb that caught Simon out, and it does jostle the car a little bit. Fox is struggling. He is now dropped well outside of the DRS of these two. Single Track's got about half a second as well to bit.
Yeah, Single Track has actually closed a bit on Bits. I wonder if Bits had a moment somewhere, because his gap rose a little bit too.
Fanning did not waste any time. I said, well, 8th on the cards. He's got past Chetty Tiba and Rob Smith within half a lap.
Yeah, he's got 6 seconds now to make up on Fox in 4 laps. It's possible.
I mean, yeah, I think it is.
With the pace he's going at the minute.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is possible. Single Track now, less than 2 seconds to Carl. He's going to be pushing on. Carl, you just saw the back of the Aston Martin. If you were quick to see it, I think his ERS is out for Carl, so he's been pushing on. But we try not to really ride on board with drivers much, because it does now, of course, on F123, the ERS gauge is in full view. So we just try to keep things a little bit secretive. We know we have race engineers helping out different people. Wow, Martin got a big twitch on the exit of 6th and into 7. Is this going to allow Sanflan, who've got a better drive? Close, it's got no ERS left, and now a lot of ERS. Just about enough room left for Martin. Sanflan was not giving up and makes the move, and look how close they are to Bit. I think Bit's tyres have gone.
Yeah, quite possibly. Maybe Bit's just been absolutely wringing the neck out of that car for the last few laps, and now he's gone, oh no. This could very much turn into a 4-way battle for P4 soon.
It really could, you're right as well. And to be fair, Fanning's taken a second out this lap so far on Fox.
Maybe even a 5-way battle then, potentially, if you had Fanning into the mix as well.
Yeah, potentially, yeah. If these guys, 18 laps for Doris, Womack's, Bit and Single Track. 15 for the leader, 15 laps for Sanflan and for Fox. But Fox, it seems to just be struggling for pace now. He's not liking the wear on his hard tyres. I wonder if he's gotten harder on the tyres. The 3 laps younger, but just gone too hard on them and struggling now.
I'll let you into a secret. He absolutely hates this track.
Oh, well, to be fair, he's had a good race, so you can't say that. He's been good.
No, but I was practicing with him earlier, and he just, it's one of those tracks he couldn't dial in with. He's done well today to get where he has. After practice, he was struggling a lot, but
Yeah, well, I'll let him into another secret. So am I. I feel this pain.
Yeah,
I'm still to go.
I bet you love this track though, just like Martin.
I enjoyed the track. I haven't managed to agree with me. And Sanflan now on the inside of Bit makes the move. Carl's trying to fight back. Hasn't got the tyres though, that Sanflan does. I just haven't managed to dial in with setup on this track, on this game for some reason. But I do quite like it usually. I'm not sure why, but I do. I tell you what, this is going to be an interesting battle. Rob Smith and Tetley T-Bag still battling. Rob Smith must have fantastic straight line speed. He's flashing like a madman. Tetley T-Bag is also flashing like mad. 23 laps for Tetley T on his tyres. Rob Smith, 19 laps. They are not going to be feeling well at all.
No, not at all. But I tell you what, Fanning has got that Ferrari in his sights now. Another second taken out in a lap, but they are going on to the penultimate lap now, so...
That's it. Has he got enough left? Fox, I'm sure at the moment, is just praying. Now, he's got 2 laps to go.
Yeah.
3.5, 3.8, sorry, the gap. 2 seconds a lap potentially. He's just going to try to bring that home, isn't he? Try not to lose too much time. There was some tyre smoke there, maybe in single track, but Carl's, to be fair, single track Carl, they're hanging on to Sam Flan, who's still closing down on Womack.
Yeah, I was going to say, he could still take the podium here.
Yeah,
Sam Flan.
He could.
But he needs to get within DRS, obviously, on that final lap. If he's not within DRS, then he's probably not going to take it, but... It's going to be a close one. Are the two AlphaTauris really going to fight this, though? That's the question.
Well, that is a very, very good question. It really is, yeah. He's taking 2/10 out. He's just got the grip. Carl very slidey on the exit of turn 9. Is that going to allow single track a run on him? Not close enough. Of course,
the man with the balaclava is coming.
But look at that, 1.1 seconds now.
Yeah.
Sam Flan, he takes a very wide line into turn 11.
I find that a very good line, actually, because it lets you get on the power earlier for
the exit,
the
kind of the late apex. Yeah, it's a good point, actually. Yeah, there's about 3 or 4 different lines that people choose through there, isn't there? Carl now outside of DRS, but so is Sam Flan, not close enough to have it. He's going to have pretty much one chance on this final lap for the podium. On his debut as well. I don't think Fanning's
going to get Fox either, so I think Fox may be okay in 7th, at least for now.
Yeah, look at this with single track and car as well. Wow, it's going to be close. Sam Flan lost about a 10th coming out of the first 2 corners. Is he going to be able to get it through this sector here, this little section, to be able to get? He's not. I don't think he's going to be close enough to get the DRS. He's not going to be close enough. That was crucial, you'd have to think.
Yeah.
Right in this lap, and he's also flashing with DRS, so he's been pushing on. I don't know if Carl's not got it. A single track got the DRS. No, none of them have got the DRS in this last lap. I think tyres have just gone. And Fanning at 1.8, he's closed the gap a lot, just not quite enough. Tell you, he's still within a second of Rob Smith. That's a heck of it. That's got to be so frustrating for them both.
I'll tell you what, I want to know what Rob's wings are, because he's held Tetley Teabags behind him, or Krusty the Clown.
He really has, hasn't he?
Ages.
He has. But
I think he's going to be drawing that Alpine.
I think you're right. For the final 2 corners, Sander Horsman, what a race he has had. Took a gamble with the strategy. Came through the pack like an absolute man possessed, and takes the win, the first Tier 2 win of 2024. He takes the top step. Doris in second. Womack's ahead of his teammate. Will take the podium with a bit of a celebration as well. Sam Flan on his debut. What a race it will be. Hopefully he's happy with 4th, but what a race. Carl in 5th, single track 6th. Fox in 7th. Fanning, good recovery from him in 8th. Rob Smith holds off Yorkshire Tea to 9th, and Yorkshire Tea on his debut as well. Gets the final point scoring position. Baby Hornet unlucky, not his day, unfortunately. Was running really well early on. He's in 11th. Then the 2 McLaren separated by less than a 10th of a second at the end. Simba on his return, unfortunately, is in 13th. Womack's decided why would he DNF? That's not helping. Well, we know where he was, luckily.
The session earlier.
Yeah, that's unlucky. But he's 17 then, was in 15, then Smith and Haggerboy. Unfortunately, DNF's Fire Rooster, Scottish Ninja, really unlucky with the safety car, and Melvin early on as well. But as a Mercedes and McLaren fan, it pains me to say it, but what a run from the Red Bull of Horseman today. Just sort of on a level above the rest of them, really, you'd have to say, wouldn't it, overall for pace?
A Dutchman in a Red Bull winning a race. I've seen this somewhere before.
Don't know what you're talking about.
It's happened somewhere, I'm sure. There's a guy called Burr. I don't know. You might have heard of him, but yeah, and it's just a normal scene, really, isn't it? But
Yep.
like you said, what a drive! He deserves a lot of credit for that. And I mean, he showed a lot of cojones as well because he came through the field. He was down in 10th on the safety car restart within 5 laps with leading. So, yeah.
He was just whatever someone gave him for his tea, I wanted. Because that was just lightning, that second part of that race from Osman. That was absolutely incredible. So we'll skip these podium celebrations, but there it is. Of course, all results are preliminary, but pending potential stewards' inquiries, but Horsman takes the top step. Doris, and it was Rumax, was in third, unfortunately, before he decided to leave the second early. Sam Flann on his debut takes fourth. Then it would be Carl, single track, Fox, Fanning, Rob Smith, and Teddy Teabag round out the top 10. Baby Hornet, Monster, Eddie Dust, Simba, E17, Smith, and Haggerboy are the other finishers. And of course, Rumax was third. Fire Rooster, then Scottish Ninja, and Melvin are unfortunately the DNFs for this evening. Well, I got a chance to breathe. There was times when I didn't.
Have you remembered how to do it? That's the main thing.
What, breathe? Just okay. About.
Now you've got a race. Come on, Mark. You've got a race now.
I think it has been delayed, I think until 9 o'clock, I think it is. So we've got 20 minutes, I do believe, before... let's have a quick look and see where that is. I think it is.
No, it's 10-2.
Oh, 10-2. Oh, my goodness me. 10 minutes time, folks. We'll be back. Oh, my goodness me. 41. Yeah. So, just enough time to grab a drink and tell your loved ones good night. And you'll see them soon. And from us, an absolute pleasure, Connor. Thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you, everybody, for sticking with us through the little glitch. Yeah, Happy New Year, you're right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Don't forget to hit the like button. And we'll be back in 10 minutes' time for Tier 1. So we will see you very, very soon. Thank you, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. And we will see you all very, very soon. Good night.